My name is Evelyn Chewinski and I'm a registered dietitian.
Hi, I'm Maya.
Hi, so before we begin, I would like to ask you if I could take a few notes while we have our session.
Sure.
Okay, so what brings you in today?
I feel like I've fallen into some bad habits, nutritionally especially, and would like to stop.
Okay, so could you elaborate or tell me a little bit more about these bad habits that you're going
A couple of things. One is in the past I was making and preparing my own breakfast ahead of time. I would prepare a refrigerator oatmeal a couple days. I could do a couple days in advance, or I would make granola, homemade granola, and have it on yogurt. So I think I've fallen out of that habit of the preparation, and I'm kind of just not making the best choices. Like I might stop and grab a coffee, or I'll try to go to some place that I can make a good choice, a healthy choice. Like if I go to Panera, I try to get steel cut oatmeal with some fruit or yogurt and granola. I still try to make a good choice, but I don't feel good about that I'm not preparing it myself.
Okay, so could you tell me a little bit about why you want to lose the weight?
Well, another part of the bad habit is I had an injury to my hamstring in January, and I've gotten out of the exercise mode, and I'm not going to the gym. I was, doing at least 3-4 miles during the early part of the winter, and I've just fallen out of the habit of that and my breakfast, and it's kind of all adds up after a while.
Right. Okay, so could you take me through a typical day of your lifestyle and what you normally eat during a day?
I feel like I'm a fairly good eater, but I definitely feel that there's things that I have changed and they're not necessarily nutritionally great. I get up in the morning fairly early, like 5:45 in the morning. I have a cup of coffee and a little bit of creamer. I do not eat my breakfast at home, and that's where my previous habit of making it ahead of time and a grab and go was beneficial to me. I bring with me to work my lunch, and I usually have a snack of some kind. I'll have a piece of fruit or a granola bar. My schedule is a little crazy at work. I'm a teacher, but I'm an art teacher, so it's like I don't have any set lunchtime. It's different every day. I could eat anywhere from 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock, so it's a little erratic. And especially this year, I noticed this school year has been especially hard on my eating habits. And basically, if I eat a snack, it's normally in the morning, but I'll find if I eat lunch really late, I'll eat the snack later. I won't eat a snack later in the day. And before I go home, I try to not eat, anything. I do try to drink a lot of water when I go home, because I feel like I'm definitely not drinking enough water during the school day. I find also, and I'll look, I usually bring 2 bottles of water with me, and I'll look and I have like half of one gone. And I know that I should be ingesting more water, and I just really need to be disciplined about that. So when I come home, I try to drink a lot of water.
Okay. And what do you do after you come home?
Right now that it's nice out, I'm hoping that I'll get out there and get walking or doing something. Lately, I haven't been doing that. That's one of the bad habits.
Okay, and what do you usually do after your walk, or what do you do for dinner?
Usually get the preparation ready. We've been very good lately with dinner. We've dropped out any kind of starch or bread. So what we're basically eating is a protein and 2 vegetables.
Okay.
And we usually try to roast a vegetable with olive oil and prepare it in a healthy way.
Okay, I just want to ask a few follow-up questions about your diet. So for breakfast, you're saying you don't really have a lot of time, so you usually bring it to work. And what would you normally bring to work for breakfast if you eat it there?
As I said, I would normally bring like the refrigerator oatmeal.
Okay.
I do have a microwave, and I sometimes would just prepare regular oatmeal.
Okay.
at work. That's more what I prepare because I feel like it stays with me a little bit
Yeah.
longer, especially if it's a day that I'm not going to eat lunch till 1:30 or so.
And does this change if you eat your breakfast at home, or would you still eat oatmeal, or do you have
I
something
wouldn't
else?
because I feel like I don't have time to prepare the oatmeal at
Okay.
home. So I feel for me, I need that grab and go
Okay.
feature. I need
Mhm.
to select something that's healthy, but I need to be able to just take it with me.
Okay. I know that Quaker makes a little grab and go oatmeal, so if you could take that to work would be beneficial for you. For lunch, you're saying you usually don't have a lot of time for that either
Yeah.
with your hectic work schedule. If you do have time, what would you normally eat?
Normally for lunch, I would have a turkey sandwich is pretty common thing that I would have. Whatever leftovers that we have left over from dinner, I would usually eat. My husband usually prepares my lunch, which is very sweet of him to do. And sometimes he'll prepare it's like man sized. I'll say,
Yeah.
oh geez, he doesn't think that I'm a woman. It's man sized. But and I may not even eat all of it. But sometimes I'm not eating all of it.
Mhm.
Like if it's too large, I do, or I'm bored. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm bored. I think I need just to be more inspired,
Okay.
by what I'm eating.
What do you usually have on your turkey sandwich?
Usually I no cheese. I really dislike cheese, but
Okay.
I do put some mayo on it, maybe a little lettuce, and usually a white type of bread.
Okay. And then I also see you're walking, which is great. And then for dinner, which type of protein are you usually preparing for that meal?
We eat all kinds of protein. I love fish. I really love fish. We do grilled pork chops. We do eat like a steak or a fillet. Chicken, love chicken. So pretty much a variety of protein.
Okay, so dinner looks good to me, so we don't really need to change anything there. But I think we could really focus on breakfast and lunch because you're saying you don't really have enough time for these two. And if you feel comfortable, would you like to make changes to both of these meals, or do you want to just focus on one more than the other?
I think I could focus on both of them. The breakfast, I think, is a solvable issue. The lunch is a little bit more, I've got to be a little bit more creative with probably.
So what do you think you could change for breakfast to maybe make you have more time in the morning, or?
I think really just being more disciplined,
Mhm.
disciplined to prepare things that I feel that are healthy.
Mhm. And what options do you think maybe you could try for this meal?
I love the refrigerator oatmeal, and I try to mix it up with different kinds of fruit so I'm not bored with it, and I've just gotten out of the habit of making it ahead of time. And just even oatmeal, I love oatmeal. It's just making the time to eat it.
Okay, so breakfast, let's work on maybe preparing the refrigerator oatmeal the night before so then you have it in the morning. I think that's a great option. And then for lunch, what do you think we could do there?
Lunch, I think it's really purchasing stuff that, I'm going to eat and be happy with my husband making for me.
Right.
Because sometimes I just not inspired to eat it. And,
Right.
it's...
And then also with lunch, if you like wheat bread, do you like
I
wheat
do
bread?
like wheat bread. I guess we just don't buy it.
Okay, because that will help you feel a little more full and could help you eat less later in the day. So if you would want to change that, we could.
Yeah, I think the thing with the bread is too, we're not really eating a lot of bread, and I just don't even think about buying it sometimes. We
Okay.
just pick up whatever.
And also another thing we could work on is drinking more water throughout the
Definitely.
day will help you feel more hydrated and also more full throughout the day.
I don't know how to increase that. It's like I tell myself, oh, I gotta drink. So I think I just need to make sure that those 2 bottles are gone before I
You
come
could
home.
maybe set an alarm on your phone that kind of reminds you to drink more water. That
Right,
could help you.
right.
So we could add in
Definitely.
that. I think the walking is great, and as you said, it is getting nicer out, so it will help you get out there more and be more active, which is really great for weight loss. So the things we have, I think, are very easy to work on. Would you like to schedule a follow-up appointment where maybe you could make a food diary or a food log for a few days, and then we can come back and see where you're at and if these are working? And if they're not, we can make a few more changes and see where
Sure.
it goes from there.
I'm willing to try.
Okay, so let's schedule a follow-up in maybe 2 weeks. Does that work for you?
That's perfect.
Okay, great. So we'll see how that's going then, and it looks good to me so far.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.